on a
Yo.
surprising game potentially. I don't know. Nothing's really surprising with the Cowboys. This is kind of the type of team they are, I guess. Not very good, but they can kind of beat anyone. They're kind of one of those teams, you know. Um, Brissett over Kyler, yeah. Brissett looks. I mean, he looked good. He looked good. This is, Brissett's been able to do this, but I don't know. He's not any type of long term. Is he better than Kyler? Maybe. So maybe he is. Kyler is screwed. Joseph said Marv is alive. Yeah, Marv had a good game. Still don't have like that takeover game that you expected to see at least once or twice. Obviously you'll take. These games are great. These are basically almost a 23-point game for Marvin Harrison Jr. in PPR, but still doesn't have like that game where it's just like, oh yeah, like this is why you were the 4th overall pick and considered, one of the greatest wide receiver prospects ever. Probably his best game, one of his best games of his career. Probably his best fantasy game, if I had to guess, or it's right up there with his best fantasy game. Maybe he's had a better one, but I don't know. Still haven't seen like that 10 catch, 150 yard, 2 touchdown type of performance. But it's obviously good to see for Marv. All he needed was a quarterback. What do you think of the game and Marvin Harrison tonight?
I just had to watch it on box score situation. I couldn't watch the actual game.
Yeah.
Because Disney and YouTube aren't playing nice. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I got home and I was like, "Where the fuck is the game?" So I kind of figured it was something like that. So.
That's kind of crazy that like a lot of people couldn't even watch the Monday Night Football game. That's like, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
ESPN.
Yeah. DeMarcado had the game for the running backs if you're trying to choose. Michael Carter did nothing. Bam Knight had 47 total yards. DeMarcado, he had about 80 yards rushing. So surprising kind of that he led the team in rushing. Trey McBride caught a touchdown, 555. You're pretty happy there, but Trey McBride's been fine. He probably has. He's probably been a disappointment compared to where we bought him, drafted him. But Dak was whatever, 250 34 on the ground. Javonte didn't get a touchdown, so you're kind of disappointed. He's that's kind of for par there. I mean, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, they were fine. So nothing too much to talk about. Monangai and the 28 fourth for a 28 second.
I hate to nitpick over a 4th round pick, but do you even think you should have to give the 4th? I mean, it's a 28 4th, so. Oh, and it's 28 second too. Jeez. So that's really playing the long game.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would just keep Monangai in that case straight up for a second. I don't know. I guess it's not. It's probably the right move to make, right? To trade him for a second. I mean, wouldn't you take a second for like Bill at this point?
Yeah. And Monangai,
and we thought that was a mistake 3 weeks ago.
What? Oh, trading him away for a second, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, timing those the cells and everything is always a little tricky because you're like, oh, maybe one more game, or he should be worth more. And then, DeAndre Swift comes back and he does nothing. Monangai does nothing. But he was what, like a 7th round pick, so not a whole lot
Yeah.
invested in him.
Mhm.
DeAndre Swift's probably gone next year. It's only a 1.3 mil dead cap. Get rid of him. Doesn't mean they can't bring someone else in front of Monangai, which is obviously like completely within the realm of possibility. But he has been playing a little more and more, right? So I think I'm just gonna hold him. Like, I don't know, partially anyways, because it's so far out. I'm talking about 3 drafts from now,
Yeah, but you don't have to keep it. Like that's always something to consider with like draft picks. Is like you can trade them, and what can they bring back to you and stuff like. So, you know, like
Yeah.
people still think, yeah, it's 3 years out, but they still think of it as like a second round pick. Obviously, it's not as valuable as the next year or the year after, but I don't know. Maybe I think I agree. I'd probably hold in one a little bit more, maybe, or just a second or a 27 second or something.
Yeah, 27 might be more worthwhile. I imagine this team. Joe does say he's in a rebuild, but I guess it's
Mhm.
kind of dependent on the status of the other team too. Are they
Yeah.
aging? Is there a chance that can move up? It's so hard to predict that far out, though.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
and
he's on the taxi squad.
yeah, he mentions it here that it's that he can trade it when he's close to competing, maybe next year or something, and that's a better way to think about 28 picks rather than like I'm not going to get value for them until I draft them in 3 years or something, because more than likely you're going to move them. So um, I don't know. It feels like something to cash out on. This happens every year. Like it happens every single year of like, do you cash out? And again, we kind of talk about the process play is to probably get what you can. If you can get a second round pick essentially for a 7th round pick, running back in the NFL draft that's had one good game, it's probably the right move to make, And by the way, that one good game came against like the worst defense maybe like we've ever seen in the Bengals. Like, keep that in mind too, So,
Yeah, I mean, I guess another way to look at it too is you probably drafted him in the 4th round, and so if someone offered you a 2nd round pick 3 years from now for that 4th, while you were in the draft, you'd probably take it, right? So, yeah, I don't mind it, but
yeah,
I think I'd still hold, but it's close enough.
yeah. But what happens when Swift comes back next week and Monangai does kind of nothing? Like would you? I guess the question is, would you have done this trade before yesterday's game? Would you have essentially taken a second round pick from Monangai before Sunday?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I guess it just depends on the status of your team and everything. I guess I would, based on where I was. I mean, I have him sitting in our taxi squad in our home dynasty league, and if someone offered me that, I would take it.
Yeah, I think most people would have taken that before Sunday. So, which Sunday happened, and we have to take that into account. But we see this happen. So, um, Cowboys are ass. Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, they're just one of those teams. Like, would you be surprised? So, just like looking at their schedule, would you be surprised if they beat the Eagles or somehow beat the Chiefs or the Lions? That's who they play, in the next few weeks here after the Raider game. Like, no, I wouldn't be that shocked because they can, all kind of click and stuff. But yeah, they aren't great. Dallas needed that W rest of the season. Yeah, they're rested. I was just looking at it now. Raiders, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants. So they are in trouble. Buy window for Kyler in Dynasty or stay away. It always depends on what you can get for him, or like what you can acquire him for. I think trading, like, Kyler's going to get a shot somewhere, and like I think what we've learned over the last half a decade is like these guys, like redemption stories of Geno Smith and Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield, like those three guys, not Geno, but Daniel, Baker, and Darnold are like all top 10 quarterbacks this year, and they were all kind of written off. So yeah, I think I would try to acquire him on the cheap. I don't know. What would you trade for Kyler?
That 28 second. No, I would shoot. I guess it just depends where your team's at, right? Like, why are you buying Kyler? He's not helping you this year very much. I don't know.
Just taking advantage of someone you think is.
I'd shoot the next couple of years seconds for him, or even maybe like a 28 first. Since we're talking future picks. But I don't think I'm giving up my first for maybe I would. It just depends on like the state of my team, I guess. Where I thought if I thought it was going to be a late first for next year, I'd still give that for Kyler.
Yeah. I mean, they're still very much tied to his contract for 2 more years, the Cardinals, Yeah, I would play around with trying to. I don't think you need to trade a first for him, I guess is the point. And I would play around with like acquiring him again. It's just look at what we've seen over the last several years.
Still, so I mean, he played 5 full games essentially, right? A little less than 200 yards passing, 7 total touchdowns, and what is that? About 35 yards on the ground. So per game, sorry.
Yeah.
Not
so you said 200 and
it's a little less. It's like 190. 1.5 touchdowns, 35 on the ground is basically what his situation was before he got hurt. So that's definitely still startable on Superflex for sure.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that last year with him. It's like, he was like disappointing last year, but he was still a top 14, 15 quarterback or something.
Yeah.
This year in per game, QB 22, but he's like within a point of QB 18 per game. Jared Goff just over a point per game. Compared to Caleb Williams, 1.3 points per game compared to Caleb Williams, Aaron Rodgers, CJ Stroud, and like we've said, and we've kind of say like he's played horribly, but at this point, it's kind of like we're kind of holding on to 2020 a little bit and thinking Kyler can be anything more than just kind of that 16, 17 point per game guy. So, I do think there's a buy low opportunity here. Captain Clutch Pen says he lost. He's sitting at 8-1 though. He lost your perfect team. That sucks. I don't know if I've ever been like 9-0 on a team. I don't really know what my best undefeated record has been to start a season, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure I haven't been more than like 6-0 or something.
That's funny. Maybe we might have played each other at Captain Clutch Pants because I won by less than 0.2 of a point I beat the best team in the league and I was in second place in my orphan. Is your name Joe?
Maybe. planning to trade. Does he have Javante, Adunze, and Tet on that team? Because if he does, it might be.
No, because I have a Tuesday, so.
Okay. So he's planning to trade Javante, Adunze, and Tet. Dude, can you believe Adunze? Like, the Bears put up almost 50 points and Adunze didn't even have a catch. That's insane to me.
That's some wild shit. I wonder what kind of I don't know how much of that game you watched. Did he draw a lot of like
he dropped a touchdown
and stuff?
I know he dropped a touchdown.
So he sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, he does suck. And no, I mean, I didn't watch it close enough to know that. So, but it's the Bengals, you know, It was just insane. I mean, DJ Moore had a good game. Like Caleb had a great game. Colston Loveland obviously had a big game because of that last play. But like, I feel like no one went off. You know, Monangai with a big game, but yeah, it was just weird. Planning to trade Javante, Adunze, and Tet for Amon-Ra Judkins. Good trade. Still would have JT, Rice, Sutton. Yeah, I would take the Amon-Ra and Judkins side there.
Yeah, I mean, Javante and Adunze is basically probably pretty even for St. Brown. You know, I'd rather have Amon-Ra for sure, and then Tet and Judkins are essentially they were back-to-back drafted more or less, right? So
I think he's in redraft too. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Captain Clutch Pants is redraft here. So yeah, I mean I'm taking that. You're getting the best player. I mean, honestly, you might be getting the two best players. Like, it's not out of a realm of possibility. You're getting the two best players in the trade. You're for sure getting the best player in Amon-Ra. So, yeah, and you still have a stacked team.
And you're getting two guys that are past their buys already too.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, Amon-Ra get hurt. I know he went out of the game or something. I don't know if he
that
got
was
hurt
at the end, but I thought maybe he came back in, or maybe the game was essentially over. But there's no report here.
Yeah, it says he briefly left and then came back quickly. So he's one of those guys that just feels like he never gets hurt. I think I tried to get it done with just a fifth, like a fifth round pick. Do you have 5 rounds?
Yeah, instead of a fourth. Yeah. I try, like I was saying, I try not to nitpick too much when it comes to like those late picks. You know, obviously it's always nice to have more bullets in the magazine, kind of a thing. But you know, you got to drop guys too, just to get these like deep stash guys on your team. So it can be a little difficult.
Yeah, essentially, if you were going to take that trade, giving up the fourth, then like, you know, the fourth to fifth shouldn't be the difference maker in that trade for you if you were already thinking about taking, or if you would take it, you know, with the fifth. So Rico Dowdle might be a top 10 play. He might be. My only fear is kind of like my fear with Judkins is like, I don't know. Maybe I should stop thinking the Panthers like that. They're what, 5-4, I think. Yeah, they're 5-4. They're sitting, you know, in second place in the NFC South, behind the Bucks. Like, maybe I should stop thinking about them like that. But in terms of just like, oh, their offense isn't great or something, and maybe it's not great. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Dowdle, they want to feed him. So, and they fed him. They want to run the hell out of the ball. Crazy. Kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. That whole situation is just kind of crazy what's played out there. They should have bought, you know, Down Fun was trying to sell him in Zeus 3 weeks ago or something, you know, after his first big game. And no one offered, I don't know if anyone offered, but you know, no one offered enough for him apparently. So giving up Javante hurts a little bit, hoping Judkins in the schedule rest of the season pans out. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
he did end up trading him, by the way.
Rico?
Yeah, right before the game. right before the games. You might have been getting ready. So he traded him yesterday morning.
Damn, what was the trade? I missed it.
It was second and a third was kind of what it was. Kenny Pickett was involved.
Where is it?
Yeah, so it's Jordan Watkins, Phil Maffa, a second and a third for Rico, Kenny Pickett, and a fourth.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Should have got more, dude. No, I'm just kidding. Just always say that.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fine.
No, yeah, that's totally good. No one actually talked shit about the trade, so
Zeus League is not like that.
Oh, it's Poseidon.
Poseidon, and then my other one. I have a redraft. My QB horde one. I've went into full tank mode, and so I'm just like my team's bad. Like just who I'm starting, and someone Killer Gorilla messaged like, you're bringing down the league median so everyone can get a win. And I was like, it's not how league median works, my man. But the team's just like I'm just obviously trying to tank at this point. I got a bunch of picks over the next 2 years, so giving up Javonte hurts a little. Yeah, I mean Javonte's running into the issue of like the Cowboys defense is so bad and they're going to be trailing. Like Javonte's going to turn a little bit into a trap back, I think, which is like he's going to need that touchdown. So like tonight he ran well, but it didn't equate to anything for fantasy really. It was less than it was like 9 points, 9.5 points, in PPR. So trade value of Bowers and a tight end premium. I need running back. Is this redraft, Merc? I mean, geez. I mean, you'd have to get one of the top. I don't know what the premium is there, if it's half or full, but like, I mean, basically, we've seen 2 healthy games of Bowers, and like week one, he's like tight end 1. Week 1, he put up 15 points, and then this week he put up 40 something points. Like, and that's a non-tight end premium. That's just in a standard PPR. I don't know. Like it's a lot. I don't really know what I would like. What would you need for Bowers in that type of league?
I don't know. I think I'm just flexing McBride basically, right? Like,
oh, he also has McBride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're flexing both, or you're starting both. I mean, I would need a Josh Jacobs, a Cook, like basically those guys. Those are probably like the last couple of guys I would take. Like I don't know if I would take. Like, would you take Saquon straight up in a tight end premium or Bowers?
I think I want Bowers.
Breece Hall, Kyron, that's not even really in the question, right?
No, I don't think so.
Does depend. So he says it's a full redraft, full PPR.
The premium's 1, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know, but yeah. So you're getting 2 per percent. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm really giving up Bowers. Like he could very easily be the best player in that format. If he's going to kind of, obviously he's not going to do what he did yesterday every week, but if he's going to catch 8-9 passes a game, he's going to be potentially the best in that format. So it would take a lot. It would take one of those elite running backs, or like multiple guys like a Breece Hall and Genty or something like that. Like, so.
Yeah, that might be the move, honestly, is to try and get. But I mean, who's going to have the guys? I guess I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah,
who's going to have 2 running backs like that they can afford to give up?
Yeah, I mean, if it was like if someone gave you like Warren and Kyron, would you do that? Tyler Warren. It's like you get a tight end in return.
Yeah, I would do that actually.
Yeah, so maybe something like that. I just don't know who's. I don't know. It'd have to be a guy that's like sitting there at what are we at, like 8-1, 7-2 now, and they just have like a plethora of guys, and they just want to consolidate a little bit. So,
Yeah, frame it like you're doing them a favor, and making it easier to set their starting lineup.
Joseph, did someone fart around the 25-minute mark? I know I didn't, but I know my chair makes it sound like I do. So maybe it was that. It does smell kind of weird though where I'm at, so it's kind of funny that you said that. Where are we at here? You probably should just hold though, Merc, unless you can really get like that equivalent value here. Keep Jaden Daniels in a rebuild or trade for Stroud and Ibuka is interesting. I think I would take Stroud and Ibuka.
Yeah, I don't mind it. That's what it's going to take to get Jaden, and you're getting away from whatever this injury might hold for his career,
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to figure Stroud and Ibuka are probably second round picks in a startup, and Jaden's probably closer to the middle of the first round now instead of like the second guy, the end of the first round.
I mean,
where do you think he's going in a startup? I know it's kind of weird to think about startups in the middle of a season.
I mean, you're taking Allen, Lamar, May over him. You're probably taking Mahomes over him.
Yeah, Mahomes, yeah.
Hurts, Herbert, Burrow. Like, I think there's a conversation for all those guys.
Yeah, a couple of the receivers. Yeah, sure.
And so, yeah, a couple of the receivers, a couple of the running backs.
Yeah, maybe more end of second, early third for those two guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. You never know how they're going to play out.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, you're saying in a rebuild. So is a contender trading you? Like, because they're not getting, I mean, I don't know. I'd be surprised if we see Daniels the rest of the year, right? Like, when you say dislocated elbow, I guess it could have been more. I don't know. It sounds terrible.
Yeah. I mean, you could see that thing like sitting on the side of his arm. I was just talking about Tank Dell too. I don't think it was on the show though. I was just talking about how his like kneecap went sideways. Like it was like on the side of his leg. And then the arm equivalent happened to Jaden. It's pretty terrible shit.
Yeah, Scadaboo had that with his ankle, or his foot pointing the other way. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I mean, I think we need to legitimately be concerned about Daniels. Like, what was it? That's like his third injury this year or something, right? Like,
yeah. Unrelated though, right? One was a concussion, right?
I don't remember exactly what his injuries were.
One was a hamstring. Well, I thought one was a concussion. So, but
yeah,
it just could be
he had a
accident kind of a thing.
So he had a sprained left knee in week 2, hamstring, and then dislocated elbow. He missed 2 games, missed 1 game, and then, we'll see this game, So you got 3 different injuries, all unrelated, sure, but I don't know if that's better or worse. Like, we're concerned about him staying healthy because he's very slim, tiny, rushing quarterback, I don't know. I think there's some legitimate concerns there. And like, I honestly do think like the conversation of like, who would you rather have? It starts with like, Hurts, Herbert, Burrow, and I wouldn't be shocked if people say they want Hurts, Herbert, Burrow over them. When we're over Daniels when we're drafting next year. Maybe it's a mistake, but it wouldn't shock me if it kind of plays out that way. So, what would you give for Gadsden in a non-tight end premium league? And this is redraft Burrito Master. I don't really know.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough thinking about like tight ends. I mean, I guess how many, like with Kraft out now, Bowers is back, so that kind of balances. I mean, how many guys are you auto starting in front of Gadsden? Like Bowers, McBride, Warren. Who else?
Probably still Ferguson. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it starts getting a little closer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always a little bit hesitant when I see this from like a late round pick at the tight end position. It's like, yeah, he's been good. Like
I forgot about Kittle. So you auto starting Kittle, over Gadsden.
Yeah, I mean Gadsden's been great, but he's also benefiting from like he's come out of nowhere. And we had no expectations for him whatsoever. And he was a waiver wire pickup or something, like I don't know, like
yeah, that always does affect their value for sure.
Like I'm still taking like a top 20 receiver straight up for him. Like I'll take the receiver. Like if someone wanted to offer me like Teteroa McMillan, I would take Teteroa McMillan. If someone wanted to offer me Garrett Wilson, Pittman, I'd take Pittman over him. Yeah, for sure. I'd take Pittman over him.
Jordan Addison. Or Metcalf. What about Metcalf?
Metcalf's interesting, man. I thought Metcalf was going to be a monster this year. He's been good. Like he's kind of been what he's been in his career, maybe a little bit better. I'd probably still take Metcalf just because like tight ends and non-tight end premiums, again, like the difference they make isn't a whole lot. It really isn't. So like Gadsden's been awesome. I don't want to like downplay that and stuff, but it's funny we asked like Pittman, like, and people are still asking about Pittman. Like, what else does he need to do? He's wide receiver 6 on the year. Like, well, I guess that's not including week 9. What did he do in week 9? I know
he had a good game. 9 for 115. I was actually accidentally looking at weekly rankings and not stats. So that's why I was kind of looking down in that 25-ish range.
Mm-hmm.
Pittman was actually at 20. So I should have known better when I was looking at some of these names. But anyways.
Yeah.
All right. What about a Dunze?
Yeah, I would take a Dunze. For sure. And again, I'm not necessarily saying like a Dunze is 100% going to be better than Gadsden, but like it's just I think it's the smart move to make, And like we know what a Dunze can be, but a Dunze also hasn't been great the last like 3 of the last 4 weeks. So I mean Judkins, I would take, Genty, I don't know. It's always hard, but like people. I mean, someone just I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard. I mean, I was thinking about ETN. Do I take ETN over him? I mean, I think I might. ETN had another good game, Trying to send Njoku, Bill, Shador, Christian Kirk for 2 late seconds and Alec Pierce. Njoku, Bill, Shador, Christian Kirk for 2 late seconds and Alec Pierce.
If that's what you got to do, I guess, like It's got to be non-tight end premium, I assume, right? Not that Njoku's like really been lighting it up, but
Yeah.
not necessarily a deep league. I don't know if you're just trying to get some pieces, like trade wise, I guess. Like, I mean, I'm not completely opposed for it. Like, what are you going to get for Christian Kirk by himself, realistically, at this point? Third round pick.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I would take that in a heartbeat, I think.
Yeah. Same with Shador.
So, yeah, at least Shador has like he'll get a bump when he starts, and he will start at some point. You know,
how dare you, Dylan Gabriel for life?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not even saying with the Browns necessarily, but I think Shador is going to start at some point in his career over the next couple of years, and so he'll get a bump. And you might be able to sell him there. Yeah, like you said, if that's what you need to do to get him, sure. I don't mind that. Yeah, and I like Alec Pierce too.
Best player in the deal.
What happens when you can't scramble anymore?
I was just joking, man. Like,
what, Alec Pierce?
Yeah, I said he was the best player in the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe. I was just thinking about this when I read your comment, like pre-read it. And I was kind of thinking, like, do rushing quarterbacks like stop running with age? I know eventually you're going to stop running, and injuries, if you keep getting injured, you're going to stop running. But I'm just trying to think of like Michael Vick. Michael Vick would rush for 44 yards a game in his age 33 season. Now he's a little bit special because he missed a couple years and stuff like that. Like, I'm just thinking of guys like Marcus Mariota. He is 32 years old, and when he starts, he rushes for 30-40 yards. So I don't know if like the rushing I know it's something I've heard all the time, like it's going to stop eventually, and of course it will. But is it tied directly to just like the age, or just, I don't know, is it just a decline in ability? I know speed goes away and stuff like that, but a lot of times quarterbacks get yards not because of their speed, So, I don't know. I'm curious. I don't think we have enough like evident, like rushing quarterbacks like we're seeing nowadays. It just wasn't necessarily a thing even 10, 15. Like, it was very rare to have even just a couple in the league, and now it feels like we have a bunch of them. So, I mean, injuries will prevent you from running and stuff, but Kyler is what everyone wants Justin Fields to be. I don't even know if that's like, is that a compliment, or like, is that good for Kyler, or I don't even know how to interpret that. Kyler for Richardson in a second, maybe. Yeah, I would take Kyler there. I mean, Richardson's another one though. He's going to get another shot.
He learns how to throw, or he learned how to throw. I don't know.
Maybe actually, Trey Lance is like an anomaly. Like he was a top, what was he, third or fourth overall, and he literally never started. Like, I know he started like a couple games, but like that's very, very, very rare. Like these guys that are, I mean, Jamarcus Russell, who's considered like the biggest bust ever. Shout out Jamarcus Russell. He started 25 games in his career. He got basically, a full season and some to play in his, in his career. So,
it was the guy that Arizona drafted the year before Kyler.
Oh yeah. Rosen, Josh Rosen.
Yeah,
he's another one. Yeah.
And so I looked him up right now. Oh, maybe does it just not go back that far? Oh, it doesn't. Oh shit. It's opening up way too many windows.
I mean, even he had a full season basically as a starter.
Yeah.
13 games.
He stayed healthy for 13 games.
I agree with Marvin on the comparison.
About the Fields thing.
Yeah. Richardson or 227 thirds, regardless of format. Well, if it's a Superflex, I'm taking Richardson.
Yeah.
One quarterback, I'll probably just take the thirds. So
Well, the upside, man, the upside. But no,
yeah.
I think I would just actually, I think I'm just going to keep Richards. Just going to go down with the ship at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, like we see a lot of examples of players, but again, but it is unique, and like Richardson wasn't drafted because of his passing ability. He was drafted because he was an elite rusher and has the potential, all about potential. Like a guy like Darnold had legit talent coming out of college and stuff, like legit arm talent. And it's showing now, so Brissett over Purdy this year in production. Nah, I'd still take Purdy, but I mean, I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't know. Brissett might start more games than Purdy at this point.
Yeah. I mean, again, it is the Cowboys bump a little bit. It is the Cowboys bump. So there's a couple teams where like you get these bumps. They get the Seahawks, Cardinals get the Seahawks, Niners next 2 weeks. So I don't know really. I think we still kind of don't know what the Niners are defensively with all their injuries, but Seahawks are a really good team. They also have to play the Bucks, Rams.
Purdy missed because of a knee. I thought it's been like turf toe and shit like that.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on there.
I think they just love Mac Jones, man. I think they just love Mac Jones.
Who doesn't? McCorkle. Yeah.
Rico Puka stack still writing. Puka, I mean, man, Puka killed my team.
Wait, why is that a stack?
I don't know. I'm not sure why it's a stack.
I don't. Wait. Oh no, it's DJ Moore. I was going to say, did Rico throw a touchdown? It was DJ Moore that threw a pass to Caleb, I think.
I didn't even realize Puka he still had 7 for 95 and a touchdown. And I'm like disappointed. It's kind of crazy. Speaking of dynasty and wide receivers, what's that? Yeah, he got hurt again. But did he come back? I didn't really watch too much of that game. Because it was just.
I don't know. He's getting scanned for ribs, so we know that's a pain tolerance thing, and he seems like a pretty. Yeah, I think he's pretty pain tolerant.
Yeah. JSN up to wide receiver 3 in Dynasty. He's ahead of Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra, Neighbors.
Wow. You agree with that?
I was actually thinking about this earlier. This was before I even saw. I just looked it up now. But I was thinking about, like, if JSN continues this pace, I don't think – I think he has to be there. He's on pace for 2,000 receiving yards. Now, Puka's still better than him in points per game, like still having a better season. Obviously, Puka missed the game, but JSN's, on pace for one of the best receiving years we've ever seen. His catches aren't quite, I think it's like on pace for his yards per reception, which is kind of crazy. Like he thought of him as more of a slot, not just a slot guy, but short area guy more than he's averaging over 16 yards per reception. And a lot of that's like probably yak and stuff, but his ADOT's up too. I don't disagree with it. I think he's just right. I think he's right in that it's essentially a giant tier of Puka, JSN, Jettas, Lamb, Amon-Ra, Neighbors, Ibuka. So I don't necessarily disagree that I think he belongs in that tier of guys. I mean, maybe I would eliminate Ibuka out of that tier, but I think he belongs there. I don't see why not, You disagree?
No, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to deny what we're seeing, so.
Yeah. It is.
No Drake London at the bottom of that tier.
No, I mean, I think we need to see a little bit more like just consistency for London.
Rashee Rice.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets up there soon. I guess I shouldn't say consistency with London, but like consistently like great rather than like really good, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean Rice, you can make that argument too. Like, I mean, the guys that are averaging more than Puka this year, than JSN this year, are Puka and Rushy Rice. Obviously, Rice only has 3 games, but he's averaging more points per game than JSN. So, yeah, I think Rice will be up there pretty quickly. Buy low on a Dunze, yeah. I think he had 2. Yeah, he had 3 targets, 0 catches, dropped the touchdown. Rico is the Panthers guy. It seems like it. I mean, yeah, it is. Sucks for Chuba. I kind of like Chuba too. I didn't think Chuba was necessarily playing that bad either, but Rico's obviously been better. Trade BTJ for Javante and Sutton Dynasty. No. Nah, I'll keep BTJ in that scenario.
What if you're going for it? Not enough.
I feel like I can get more if I'm going for it.
Probably. You should be able to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like Sutton has been good. There's some concerns there though. Like 3 of his last 4 games haven't been great. 10, 2.5, 16.5, 10.5, 10 in PPR. I think I would, even if I'm going for it, I think I'm just keeping BTJ. He was on a crazy high this summer, though, for sure. I think he's hurt too. I mean, obviously he's hurt now, but I think he was hurt the last couple of weeks. Supposedly the Bengals do well against wide receiver ones. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. It's about the only damn thing they do well defensively. In my 14-man league, should I trade BTJ for Breece Hall straight? Nah, I'll keep BTJ. Again, not saying it's not going to work, but
is that's Dynasty?
Yeah, I assumed it was Dynasty.
Okay,
but maybe it's not. I know Marv plays both.
Start 8 super flex. Start 8 with a super flex. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a 14 teamer.
Yeah,
I probably just keep BTJ. I mean, again, I'm not saying like Breece will be better, but it's just the value of wide receivers is always going to hold a little bit. Like where's Brian Thomas here? Wide receiver 16. Trying to think of like an equivalent player who had like a big first year, like running back wise, and then kind of a down second year. I don't know.
James Robinson.
Yeah.
Philip Lindsay.
Philip Lindsay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's redraft, I'm doing it.
Yeah, redraft, I would do it.
I think that's kind of easy, right? And I don't think it's enough in Dynasty.
No, but it's also like one where you make that trade and like Breece Hall just could be the better player. It's not crazy to think that, you know. I'll have to start looking at like wide receivers who had really good rookie years and then that have fallen off and stuff. Like something we do need to point out though, like BTJ had a good stretch. Like he didn't necessarily have a great rookie year all year. He was relevant. He was making plays. He was doing something, but like his elite run came the last 7 games of the season. Last 7 games of the season, it was when he was, really, really good. So especially like those last like 4 games, those last 4 games is when, he went off. He basically put up a third of his production in 4 games in terms of catches, yards, and and receiving touchdowns. So, something to think about there.
He had a better quarterback.
Yeah. Although Lawrence kind of, he impressed me a little bit last week.
Yeah, he's putting it together. I mean, it was a pretty shit game against the Raiders, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's been playing fine.
Yeah. Everyone hit that like button for us. What's that?
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Marv.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to everyone that I work with who is definitely listening. Those fuckers. They're definitely not listening.
Oh, okay. Rico's schedule has New Orleans twice. Yep, good point. Won a playoff game, but on a bye week, week 14.
Yeah, what's funny is I was actually looking at that. It's like when I pulled up his schedule and I was like, oh, Tampa Bay. But he has Seattle in the championship. I mean, obviously, you got to get there first before you even worry about that.
Yeah.
But then I was kind of like, oh, where's Tampa Bay for run defense? And then I got distracted by actually talking to you guys. They're like right in the middle, so not even scary.
Yeah. Yeah, those two New Orleans games are nice, though.
Juicy.
They are nice. It's kind of funny, though, because like Rico, I don't know. I'd be in Dynasty, I'd be 1,000% trading high on Rico. Where's he at? RB 24. He's moved up 45 spots in the last month.
That's the move, right? Trade him.
Oh, 100%.
But if you're going for it, you got to hold. Unless you're
if you have trying to win, for sure.
Oh wait, are we making a trade on air? Do you want me to trade you Rico in our home dynasty league? I know you need running backs.
I don't know if I necessarily need running backs, but like I just need them to perform is more, I guess. Like, Breece Hall, Genty, Jalen Warren. Like Breece Hall, Genty, Warren, like I'd feel pretty nice with that running back room if they were all performing to what, expectations, I guess. So I don't know. I guess I do need running backs if you're thinking it in that way, but like I don't at the same time. That league though, I'm kind of like I'm hesitant to make any future capital moves just because your team has CMC, Bijan, and Jonathan Taylor in a league that favors running backs in a half PPR 0.1 per carry. So it's just like I don't even know. Like and not to mention you have James Cook and Jamar Chase and stuff. So
keep going.
I'm just hesitant to make any like trade capital moves at all.
My
team's good.
I'll trade them to you for only 2 firsts.
Yeah, no. I mean, my team's awesome too. Like I have Lamar and Lamb and McBride and Puka and JSN. Like,
all right, no one came for this shit.
I did want to talk about, I don't know if anyone's listening in my QB Horde league, but I did a QB Horde. This was before the 24 season. And then we'll kind of fly through these questions. And I think it's worked out. I did a QB Horde and everyone was like talking shit, but it wasn't even my intention. It's just they weren't valuing quarterbacks. And it's one thing of like, oh, you're taking all these quarterbacks, but also I'm not going to pass up on guys and let other people like get away with passing on quarterbacks and then getting them for value as well. Like I always think about it that way too. Anyways, like my team here, I actually won this week. That's awesome. I won. I'm in 3rd place. We'll see after this week. I have, I've made moves. I have Mahomes, Henry, Genty, Jefferson, JSN, Worthy, Tyler Warren, Drake May. I think I have Cam Ward and Bryce Young. Like it's worked out because people came to me needing quarterbacks and I was able to trade. I made a trade with someone and I got Derrick Henry, and this is a league that also favors running backs and stuff. So anyways, just thought I'd throw that out there. I'll check that, Marvin. I know you've been sending me trades and I don't know what to do. And I thought like I was putting it together in our redraft listener league. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get out 1 point. And then I looked at the league median and I was like 30 points off. I was like, oh, goddamn. Everyone else went off. By the way, I should talk shit to Killer Gorilla. He has 88 points in that league. He was the guy I was talking shit about the Dynasty League, bringing the league median down. And my shitty Dynasty team almost outscored him. Just all fun. It's all fun. I tried assisting my buddy in a trade this weekend. Both loved the players, but didn't pull the trigger. Bowers fired me within a third for Ibuka. And in a second, wish he took it before his 50-pointer. Yeah. It's going to be hard to get Bowers now. It is easier to give trade suggestions when it's not your team. It definitely is.
Yeah.
It is a true statement.
We started a whole channel based on that.
Right. Compare Murray to Russell Wilson. Wilson only made himself look like a great player. When he would run after the play, would break down. Team on a shoulder energy. Gino could execute and replicate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what the issue is with Kyler. Maybe he's just not a good quarterback, but I don't know. I still think there's something that can, in terms of just being like a top 15, 17 guy or something. So Wilson's MVP season, Kyler, I see the same. Hope Brissett can start next year. I like Stroud as a buy low for a mid first. I agree. I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Like, I think Stroud is a buy like that. I think with Stroud, it's just been a little bit more of like this team surrounding him than like him just being bad, So
yeah, they got no line, man. No line.
Yeah.
It's Deshaun Watson on the Texans all over again.
Yeah.
He never had a fucking line. Like,
yeah. That's why he had to get all those massages. No, I'm just kidding. We won't get there. In a 14-man super flex league, I have Allen, May, Jones, Brissett, and Tyrod Taylor. I'm going to add Tanner McKee. Would you guys trade Garrett Wilson, Bucky Irving, and Lad McConkey for Justin Jefferson and CMC? Other running backs are Henry. I assume this is redraft, Trent. I'm sorry, we took a while to get to your question here.
12-man dynasty super flex.
12-man dynasty super flex. Okay. Garrett Wilson, Bucky Irving, and Lad. So you have Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, Waddle. Sounds like you're going to go for it this year. Yeah. If I'm going for it this year, I mean, you're getting a good piece in Jefferson, which is going to be good for the next several years. So that's always a nice part of it when you're not just acquiring two like rentals. At least you're getting like an elite piece in Jefferson here. You're getting the two best fantasy players this year as well. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying. Then you'll have, you can see it right here: Chase, AJ Brown, Waddle, Marv, and Jefferson. Did I say Jefferson twice? I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, that's what it's going to take to get up into that top tier. Like the other guys are fine enough to start. Obviously, Bucky better when he actually plays, but he's not gonna do what CMC is doing. That's for sure.
Did they rule out Bucky yet?
No, they will tomorrow.
It's kind of what they've been doing. He's out for week 16.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, hopefully he's back. Yeah, I'm fine with that trade. I think that's a fine trade there. Lamar is the ideal quarterback. Lamar is awesome. Mahomes and Burrow are awesome too. They are. Although Burrow system quarterback, I mean, Joe Flacco's throwing for 450 yards. Like, how good is Burrow really? Herbert, Lamar, and Burrow are my favorite quarterbacks in the league. Yep, that's a good list. BTJ for Scatterboo in a second. Nah, I'm taking BTJ. I think Scatterboo's going to have a very short career.
Yeah.
Not even because of this ankle injury.
Plus, it's 14-man start 8. I don't know.
Which lends to the 2 players a little bit more.
Yeah. I don't know. If you think BTJ is going to get back to where he was, I guess. Maybe not even necessarily that high, value-wise and everything, but I don't know.
Actually, never mind. 14-team start 8 is like a 12-team start like 9, right? 9 or 10.
It's 108.
So yeah, just over start 9.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it doesn't.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, it is actually start 9. Wait, I did that math all fucked up. It's 112. 108 is all right. There you go. It's the same.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah. A little bit deeper than a 12-team start 9. Yeah, so then no, I think it's easy. BTJ, trade BTJ and Montgomery for Rice and Ramondre. 14-man start 8 dynasty. This is closer because I think BTJ and Rice, I think you take Rice at this point.
Yeah.
And you take Montgomery over Ramondre. Yeah, I think I would take the Rice Ramondre side there. I'd be fine with it. Don't add more unless they want you to add more. Brenton Strange is a sneaky top 12 tight end rest of the season. Is he back yet? What was his injury? I thought he went on the IR.
He went on IR, but that was a long time ago too. So let's see. He's only missed 2 games, actually. No, 3, including this week. He had a bye in there also. So he's got to miss 1 more.
This says he'll be sidelined at least 5 weeks.
Yeah, quad.
A quad and hip injury that includes a ligament tear. Ouch. All right, we'll get to these last couple and we need to take off here. Sutton or Waddle rest of the season, need to trade one in standard. I think I'm going to take Waddle.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, how many games has Tyreek missed? 3? 4 or 5? Shit, I don't even know anymore. That's what hurt my let's see. Tyreek Hill's last game was was week 4. That's the game he got hurt. So Waddle since week 5 has been wide receiver 8 in total points, wide receiver 17 in points per game. So yeah, I'm going to take Waddle rest of the season.
Yeah.
Curious why you need to trade one though, Ray. Trading away someone else too and doesn't have any quarterbacks left after losing Daniels. Best quarterback in waivers are awful. Trying to get Lamar Jackson in standard league, probably trading away my tight end too. They lost Kraft and don't have a tight end either. Yeah, you're playing it right, targeting these guys that are getting injured and stuff. I think it's more important to have an elite quarterback than Tyler Warren. Lamar, yeah. I mean, I'd rather have absolutely had Lamar over Tyler Warren. Lamar's can single-handedly win you weeks. When will they realize the Cowboys have CeeDee Lamb, who's 50 times better than Pickens, but they treat Pickens like he's Justin Jefferson? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Can they go back to just giving CeeDee Lamb 12 targets a game? That was fun 2 years ago.
George Pickens, wide receiver 17 on Keep Trade Cut right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, without knowing exactly who's around him and stuff. I mean, roughly knowing. But wide receiver 5 heading into week 9 this year on the season,
George Pickens and A.J. Brown.
In Dynasty?
Both.
A.J. Brown.
Or either. Yeah.
Yeah,
I just picked someone 5 or 6 spots after him. I was like, I'd rather have A.J. Brown too.
Yeah. Yeah, I would take A.J. Brown in both. Both redraft and Dynasty. if you guys do want like a team review, we will do that for you. We'll give you a quick turnaround by the end of the week before this week comes up. Join our Discord. It is a paid thing, but it's not very expensive, dynasty or redraft. So we will do that for you guys. And yeah, keep joining us. We'll be live again. Try to go live again Wednesday evening for sure. Thursday after the game. Sorry, were you gonna say something?
Trade deadline tomorrow.
There is a trade deadline tomorrow, so we're either going to be disappointed because nothing happened, or very excited. So we'll see. We will see. But yeah, appreciate everyone. That was a lot of fun, a lot of topics of conversation, and we'll see if we'll get another Dynasty show in this week or soon. So, yeah, good luck with the waivers and all that, and we'll see you guys Wednesday evening. See ya.